Why does PEP-8 specify a maximum line length of 79 characters? Why in this millennium should Python PEP-8 specify a maximum line length of 79 characters? Pretty much every code editor under the sun can handle longer lines. What to do with wrapping should be the choice of the content consumer, not the responsibility of the content creator. Are there any, legitimately, good reasons for adhering to 79 characters in this age?
Keeping your code human readable, not just machine readable. A lot of devices still can only show 80 characters at a time. Also, it makes it easier for people with larger screens to multitask by being able to set up multiple windows to be side by side. Readability is also one of the reasons for enforced line indentation.
I am a programmer who has to deal with a lot of code on a daily basis. Open source and what has been developed in-house. As a programmer, I find it useful to have many source files open at once, and often organize my desktop on my widescreen monitor so that two source files are side by side. I might be programming in both, or just reading one and programming in the other. I find it dissatisfying and frustrating when one of those source files is 120 characters in width, because it means I can't comfortably fit a line of code on a line of screen. It upsets formatting to line wrap. I say 120 because that's the level to which I would get annoyed at code being wider than. After that many characters, you should be splitting across lines for readability, let alone coding standards. I write code with 80 columns in mind. This is just so that when I do leak over that boundary, it's not such a bad thing. Printing a monospaced font at default sizes is, on a 4-paper, 80 columns by 66 lines.
I believe those who study typography would tell you that 66 characters per line is supposed to be the most readable width for length. Even so, if you need to debug a machine remotely over an SSH session, most terminals default to 80 characters, 79 just fits. Trying to work with anything wider becomes a real pain in such a case. You would also be surprised by the number of developers using Vim plus Screen as a day-to-day environment.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.